Is it cold in here or no?
It's been kind of chilly in the arena tonight.
Oh, I know, I was cold. The Beatles should have kept me warm. That's good. Just kidding. Are you ready? Okay. No, I just want to say I'm proud of our team. We played a super gritty, a good basketball team, Cincinnati. They plays a similar style to us, just with athleticism on the wings and hard to guard one-on-one. And I think, I think their four, Hayes is really good. And that was a matchup that I was kind of worried about. But, I mean, they just outmuscled us second half, but we still found a way to come up with a win. So I'm happy about that.
Skylar, what was the difference tonight? You come into the game in the third quarter, and you just played like Skylar can play.
Yeah.
What happened there? What did you feel like today?
Because my coach put a little fire under my butt. And I need a little kick in the butt sometimes to get myself mentally in the right headspace. Because when I'm in a good headspace, that's when I play my best. So, and I'm glad that my coach knows how to do that. Even when I'm mad and I feel like it's not what I want, I know that she's doing it for a reason. So I was mad when she said, "Come on, let's play the third quarter." But
I asked if she wanted to play first because I wanted to see her respond. And it was hard sitting her first half. It's not like it's hard because I was like, okay, let me wait a little bit. Because she's learning, she's young, and it's all a process.
yeah, but I like that she's hard on me because even when I'm mad, I know it's out of love. So I went in the game, I'm like, let me prove her wrong. Let me prove her wrong because I was mad.
I tell you, it shouldn't take me venture. Every time I do that to
know.
her, I'm like, dang, she comes out, balls out.
I know.
But no, it's just I think we work through stuff and everybody, and I think and the funny thing is, Coach B used to do that to me. So she was, Coach B is the commentator, and she was my college coach here, and it was the same type of thing. So you don't really understand a lot of those lessons until you're older. Then you're like, I know why they do that. Or when you're a mom, right? So, but it's all she's growing and she's getting better, and she's just growing in so many ways right now. And she banged the drum for the first time. I didn't know she had never banged the drum until we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago. I thought she had done it a lot of times. Like, I don't choose it every time, and I didn't even know that until she told me. I felt bad. I was like,
So,
How is Lauren?
she's okay. She's going to get reevaluated tomorrow. I kind of knew just she was wobbling off the court, so it's one of those things where it's not worth risking. Back when we played, you would go back on the court looking at stars, but now all the precautions and the baseline test, so she'll be reevaluated tomorrow, but we should have her this weekend.
I mean, you guys came out just guns blazing in that first quarter. And then the second.
And then the
they
second,
came-
third, and fourth happened. I know. I don't know. Our defense was really good. We couldn't score, but we were defending them. We didn't let Hayes get shot, or we didn't let Hilton get shots. I thought slowed them down. And then the second quarter, it was flipped. So I don't know why we relaxed so much, because the second quarter they shot what they shoot. They shot 80 or 45%, 67% from the three. And then after that, we just couldn't find an answer for Hilton or Hayes, and they were scoring all the points. So it was in transition. We put different people on. We finally put Sky on her. Sky did a better job second half because I think her length affected her a little bit. But they're really good one-on-one players, and Trina does a great job. She gets her team to play hard. They're relentless, and I knew that because they beat Colorado, killing Colorado on the offensive rebounds, and they murdered us on offensive rebounds today.
You guys kept them off the boards kind of in that first quarter. And
I know.
They exploded in that way.
And we played good defense. I don't know. It wasn't like different personnel. So those are the young things that the young mistakes that a young team makes. The mistakes that a young team makes. Being able to put some away, let it hold them to two, then having that pride to do that again the second quarter. And that's an area of growth for us. We're not there yet because we'll kind of take those runs. And some of that, I would say, goes to the subbing. I put some different subs in. I put some people in that don't traditionally play because I know that there's certain games I can get people experience that I maybe can't probably this weekend. So I do that, and sometimes that's a result. So I'll take accountability in some of that for sure.
And Sky, did you see something when you were sitting on the bench that kind of helped you when you came in the game to say, oh, I could do this or do that or help my teammates in some way?
My teammates were all scoring. The lanes looked open. We were all passing the ball, taking good shots. So I just wanted to make sure when I got a game, I was doing the same thing. Because we're the best when we pass the ball and everybody scores. I feel like that's when we're best. When we pass the ball to Brea, we split, cut, and we move. I feel like that's where we're at our best, and we were doing a really good job of that in the first half. Even if they were like they came back and scored 20 in the second quarter, I still feel like offensively like it was in a really good rhythm. So I didn't want to come in and mess up that rhythm, and because I didn't want to do that. So I was just trying to not rush anything or force any shots and just go with the flow of the game, because then I'm gonna stress myself out if I don't do that.
And on defense, because you said that, because Adia said that you slowed down your yeah.
Yeah, she was quick though. Oh, she was quick. I can't. Yeah,
Well,
she
she
was quick.
just scores really well because they weren't
Yeah.
really distributing the ball and scoring. It was like one-on-one, break you down. But like credit to them, we couldn't stop it. And I think this has that's another thing we have to learn as a team. If two people are really hot, we need to make the ball get out of their hand. And we're not there yet. That's another area like of growth for our team. Like heavy help, make them score in a different way. If like Hayes and Hilton had all the points, then like make someone else score. And I think an understanding of that, we're not there yet. And that's an area we have to get better in, just moving forward.
And Cincinnati made it a 2-point game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You guys were able to withstand that, win by double digits. So just what's your reaction to how the team responded?
I thought Sky made some big plays. Had a three. They executed this one play perfectly, ran a play, and to get the ball back to Sky after she was a screener, and then we scored off that right away. That was out of a timeout. I thought that was great. They executed it. Brea came up with some plays, some big threes, and I think the ball just went our way on a couple of them. But they rallied. They had a large deficit. We know that their team is never going to die. They play for their coach, and they play well, and they play hard. But I think it really hurt us on offensive rebounds because it put us in foul trouble. And I think what it did was it made our post really reluctant to box out because we were getting fouls on boxing out. It was the first time I think I've coached a game where we got 3 or 4 fouls on defensive box outs. I mean, that's usually, I've never seen that. But and I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. I'm just saying it's just the way it was called. But, like, as players, you have to adjust to that. But I think the ball went our way. We made a couple shots on the run. We had a great pass between Sky and Mylene. So I think those were just kind of momentum shifters that led us to the lead. But they're a good team. They fight, and they'll win some games.
And Sky, banging the jump for the first time, what did that feel like?
I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing, because normally I'd be in the background, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Like, I don't have a problem with not banging the drum, because I know it's just about who contributes the
think you
most.
deserve
Like,
to.
that's what I'm saying. So it doesn't really matter to me. I've just never done it. I have never done it. So I was like, what do I do? Like, how many times do I hit it? And I just didn't want to look like I didn't know what I was doing. But I think a few people knew I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, and a lot of times it's hard because, like, it's not like I don't think about it. Sometimes you're given the stats, and sometimes like multiple people play really well at the same time, so that's tough.
I know. I be, like, sometimes, like, it's not even about just points, though, because I could be the leading scorer, but Bray's going to have a double-double.
Yeah, or
Like, that's
something,
just
yeah.
realistic, though. Like, she's getting 10 rebounds and 15 points. Or
Yeah.
something. Like, that's what I'm saying. So we'd be happy regardless of who banged the drum.
But she deserved it today. She did a really good job. I'm proud of her. And had 5 rebounds.
Because y'all told me to rebound.
Yeah.
Question before we go. Can you just give a comment on Maria's career high 15 rebounds?
Yeah, I didn't realize that was her. Yeah, you're right. So I think so that's what Brea has learned, and she's gotten so much better at. Before, if she wasn't scoring, maybe she's not running the floor, not playing defense. I think she showed this year she defends so much better. I mean, she defends early. She couldn't stay on the floor her freshman year, and she's defended some of the best posts in the country, and she's done a great job. And then when she's not scoring, she's doing other things. So she only had 8 shots. They were playing a zone to kind of get the ball out of her hand and make us shoot. But then she still was effective because then she controlled the boards. So really in the first quarter and the fourth quarter, she controlled the boards. And 15 rebounds when you're not scoring, you're doing stuff that helps your team win. And I thought she's just gotten so much better. And proud of her. She wouldn't have been able to do that in the past. And she got 1 assist and 1 steal. So Brea's now filling up the stat line. So that's good. She didn't do that before. But all those things matter and they're important. Thanks. Okay, let's